Hello everyone. Now I'm going to talk about quiz 1 and how to get ready for it and how you're going to be assessed. Well, as you know, for this quiz, you will take notes, you'll watch some video, you'll take notes, and then during the quiz, you'll get 5 questions and you will answer answer these questions based on your notes. So this quiz is out of 10%, 28 marks. 25 marks are given for the answers, 5 marks each question, and the notes are given 3 marks. You can take a look at quiz 1 rubric to see in detail what you are going to be given marks for. So what you need to revise for the quiz? The Cornell note-taking system, how to do that. So you're supposed to take notes in this system. Using this system, however, you should not write the summary in the end. Punctuation, yeah, by the way, all these things are in Appendix 1 of the book. Please ask your teacher if you cannot find it. So all the language that you are using while answering these questions, it is there in Appendix 1. So cause and effect, stating the purpose and method, giving examples, predicting with different degrees of certainty, expressing opinion, giving advice, and all the punctuation that is related to the use of these phrases. For example, when you use, for example, in the middle of the sentence, you need to use 2 commas, right? Whereas when you start a sentence with, for example, you need to use only 1 comma. So these things you need to remember. Of course, you need to start a sentence with a capital letter and finish with a full stop, right? So it's not only about the punctuation; it's also the spelling of these phrases and the grammar related to that. So it is important that before the quiz you watch the video on Moodle, which is called Quiz 1, as many times as you need to, and you take proper notes. You will not have enough time during the quiz to watch the video. So please bear this in mind. The quiz is only 30 minutes to answer 5 questions, 6 minutes for each question. So you will not have enough time to watch the video. Well, and it makes no sense if you want to take good notes, complete, well organized, and clear. You need to do that to watch the video before the quiz, right? So during the quiz, you go to Moodle, you click on quiz 1 for your section. You will not have access to any other sections quizzes, and you will download a file and you will see 5 questions. It is important that you answer them in full sentences. What do I mean by full sentences? You have a subject and a verb in each sentence, and you start with a capital letter, finish with a full stop. All right, no phrases. And you need to use the language structures, these phrases that I have told you about from Appendix 1, and in questions they'll be stated in brackets like this. For example, cause and effect. So you need to use the language of cause and effect. You don't use the words cause and effect, but any phrase related to cause and effect. For example, consequently, effect, what else? Cause, because, since, and stuff like that. And after the quiz time is over, you need to submit both the answers and the notes that you took before the quiz. Okay, so remember, submit your notes and answers. So you can type your answers in the same file where your notes are, if it's easier for you. Okay, so let's look at the sample. So here is a sample of notes that you might take watching some video. Yeah. So this is the sample of notes. You take main ideas, write main ideas here to the left and to the right. You take notes. So the example of question is, how do toxic chemicals affect human health? And in brackets you can see cause and effect given examples. It means that you need to answer this question looking at these notes using the language of cause and effect and the language of giving examples. All right, you can pause your video. Look at the notes and answer this question and see what kind of answer you come up with. All right. Meanwhile, I'm moving on. I have here three sample answers. All of them are wrong. I mean, in a way, in a way. We'll see now how wrong they are. Can you look at these three answers? Look at the rubric, quiz 1 rubric, and see what kind of mark will you give for each of these answers. You can pause this video. I suggest you pause the video, look at the rubric, and try to give some mark to every answer. All right, moving on. So answer number 1. This is answer number 1 here in this gray box. As you can see, it's not a full sentence, right? It's not a full sentence, which is a big problem. And also the target language, the language from the phrases from Appendix 1, which is in brackets, it's stated cause and effect and given examples. It's not used in the first answer. So this is the mark Miss Maria gave to this answer, 2 out of 5. You can take a look and try to understand why. If it's not a full sentence, if you just write a phrase like that or a set of phrases or something, we will we'll count every missing word that should be there. Should be toxic chemicals cause or something. So 3 words are missing. That's why you have 3 errors here. So make sure you write a complete sentence, guys. Answer number 2, it's a bit better. I gave 3.5 out of 5. Toxic chemicals affect depression or sickness. There are some problems here getting grammar. And also the target language is not used. I mean, it's used here. It's kind of attempted, yeah. But the choice is wrong. The choice is wrong. Because there should be toxic chemicals cause depression of the sinus, induce cancer, and blah blah blah, stuff like that. So it's wrong. It's used in a wrong way. That's why we gave it 0. And for example, or for instance, is missing here at all. Yeah, or such as or something. Okay, what are we having? It is clear and accurate kind of thing in terms of information, and I don't see any spelling or punctuation errors. However, there are some problems with grammar. Okay, that's why it's 3.5 out of 5. Answer number 3. You can see that the target language is used. Here is affects. Yeah, affects. It's a mistake, spelling error, right? We have, for example, but a comma is missing. But these 2 are used in a correct way, with a correct meaning. I mean, however, yeah, as I said, punctuation, spelling, and also if you look back at the notes, the answer is wrong based on the notes. It's wrong kind of thing. It's not matching the notes, the information from the video. That's why it's given 0. So 3.5, the same as 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. And talking about the correct, what would be a good answer? Here it is. Okay. Here are two examples how you could have answered. You can pause the video and take a look. And one more thing, when you have critical thinking questions about opinion, prediction, and advice, it's question number 5. Whatever you answer, even though it's your opinion or your advice or your prediction, the information should be based on the video, on your note, not on your notes, on your video, on the video. All right. If you write something from your head, it's just it's not right. Yeah. So I suggest you read more about the topic. We'll tell you about the topic in advance, and you can read about it so that you clearly understand what it is about. That's it.